How's it going? How's everybody doing? It is, what is today? Tuesday. Yeah, still early in the week, right? Yeah. But, before we know it, it'll be Friday again. I'm looking forward to it. As I finally, this past weekend, I finally got all my inventory that I have in inventory so far entered in on Excel. So I got my 2021 full inventory done, and then I was able to go in and basically take out, well, I made a copy of that file and then went in and took out all the items that I sold. So that is now my inventory sheet that I can use through this year, and as I list inventory I can just go in and add it to that. And stuff sells, I can go in and mark it sold, and then at the end of the year I'll be able to make a copy of that file and go in and take it out, and so forth and so on. So going forward, it's going to be a lot easier to add and take out inventory for my business. If you don't know my business, it is The Old Treasure Isle. You can find a page for it on Facebook. I don't put a lot of stuff on there. I want to get better at that, though. I'm actually going to actually upload a picture here a little bit later. I'm going to do this video, then I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to do some work, because now that I have my inventory entered, I can start entering or listing more inventory on my two sites I sell through, which is Poshmark and Mercari. My username on both of those is JRYMMAN. So if you find me on Poshmark or Mercari, be sure to follow me, and then you'll be able to see all the stuff I get, and that I inventory I get for my business and then resell. So everything from home goods, tech stuff, electronics, obviously collectibles, name brand apparel, like designer brand apparel. It's all like new or brand new, still with tags. I get them from like Overstock and shelf pull liquidations. So look me up on Mercari, Poshmark, follow me on there, and by all means, if this is your first time to my channel here, I hope that you'll enjoy this video enough to watch it through and stick around and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I greatly appreciate it. What I'm doing today, you saw from the title, this isn't like a normal unboxing or anything like that. This is stuff that is actually for me. So it's kind of my mail day. I was actually only expecting one of these things to come today, and 3 of them showed up. So here we are. First thing that I got was this is a CD that I ordered. Well, I pre-ordered it a few months ago, I believe. I want to say maybe back in like October, somewhere in there, October, November. It's actually fulfilled by Downright Merchandise, but this is for a band called Enterprise Earth. They are a metal band. One of my favorite genres of music is metal. Nice little thing. I'll keep that in case I have a CD or something I need to sell. Trying to think of. E1 Heavy is the actual not distributor, but the, what do you call it? I want to say publisher. That's not the right. Producer or a record company. I guess that'd be the easiest way to say it, right? Record company, even though they're not really records, as opposed to like vinyl records, but it still works. They're a record company. But E1 Heavy, Downright Merchandise is like I think one of the main distributors of their bands, music and merch and stuff like that. But here we go. This is the newest album from Enterprise Earth, The Chosen. I heard when they first announced this was going to be coming out, I had heard of Enterprise Earth, but I never actually heard them. And when I saw because it popped up on my Facebook, because I've actually ordered stuff from some other bands that are the E1 Heavy label, and so it came up and I saw it and I was like, well, I'll check them out. And it had the video for the print's so freaking small I can't read it. Where Dreams Are Broken. It had the video for Where Dreams Are Broken. Incredible video, and I was just blown away by the music. I mean, it's like a perfect mix of just like straight up like hardcore thrash metal, and then it's got a real good blend of the more like melodic, almost like operatic in certain spots. And the lead singer, he's got a very, very wide range in his vocals. And then I believe one of the other musicians also sings too. He's kind of the, if you were to compare him as like yin and yang, you know, they're kind of the opposite ends of the spectrum in some of the songs. But yeah, I'm really looking forward. It looks like it's got quite a few songs on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Looks like it's got 14 songs on here. So that's, I always like when a band puts out an album or CD and it's actually got like 14 or 15 songs on it. You know, there's some bands that personally, it's just my personal opinion, I think they kind of skimp out a little bit, and it's only got like 7 or 8 songs. Yeah, I mean, there's still bands that do that. And I still get them, and I still listen to them, still love them. But you know, if you're gonna, you know, buy, because I'm old school. You know, as much as, I mean, I stream music once in a while, and like, you know, I love my Netflix and my HBO Max, and I love streaming stuff online. But when it comes to like buying stuff, I want the actual CD. Or vinyl. You know, with movies, I want the actual DVD or Blu-ray. You know, with books, you know, I got an Amazon Kindle. I've got books on it. Haven't read any of them. I got a whole room over here that is a library, and that's all it is. It's like magazines and hardback. I got like 500 plus hardback books. I like, if I'm gonna read, I want to be able to read like an actual book. I want to open it up, you know, smell the pages. Yeah. So, you know, I'm old school. I'm getting old. I'm in it too. I'm old. Maybe that's part of it. You know, so I'm still living in with the stuff that I grew up with. And that will never change. You know, as long as bands are putting out CDs, if it's somebody I like, I'm going to buy their CD. So, hopefully they keep doing it. But I'm really looking forward to this. I don't have it set up here to actually where I could actually, you know, with fair use, what do they call it, fair use law or whatever, I could probably play just a little bit, you know, a few seconds of a couple of these songs, but I don't have anything up here to play it on. So, but do yourself a favor, if you're a metal fan, if you haven't heard of Enterprise Earth, I urge you to check them out. You know, I personally, I think they're freaking incredible. I'm actually going to go back, especially after I listen to this whole CD. I'll probably go back and actually try to look for some of their earlier stuff too and buy those CDs. But you know, go on to, I'll try to link, you know, I'll leave a link below to Enterprise Earth, their Facebook, or, you know, I'm sure they're on all kinds of social media. I'll also leave a link to E1 Heavy and Downright Merchandise, so you can check them all out. So that's the first thing. The next two things are both from, speaking of books, one of my favorite publishers, Cemetery Dance Publications. Link below to them also. If you're a fan of horror, thriller, mystery, they even delve occasionally into the sci-fi or kind of more fantasy realms. Their main thing is like horror and thrillers, though. And you like something unique. I mean, not always as good. The story itself is unique. It might be a story that you can buy in a regular hardback or paperback out at your regular bookstores. But with Cemetery Dance, their publications there's always something about them. Either the cover jacket, or they're autographed, or there's something unique about them that to where you can only get that particular copy of that book from Cemetery Dance. They're exclusive. They do offer some trade hardbacks, which means they are they're few and far between, but they do offer trade hardbacks, which means trade implies they're run of the mill ones, if you will, that you could go buy at other stores. But why would you want to? Just go to Cemetery Dance, buy it from them. But what I have here is I believe a chapbook, which is like normally it's like a paperback, almost like a zine type of little novella or short story in kind of like paperback form. And then this other box, which you can't see, I'll hold it up. There you go. I believe they were offering, because they went through the warehouse and they found a bunch of stuff that I guess they kind of forget that they had. So they did kind of, I don't want to say it was necessarily a grab bag. I have my phone charged. I don't have it with me. Otherwise, I'd look and see if I saw the email on it. But it was supposed to be, I think, I'm pretty sure they're just supposed to be like not autographed copies, but just the regular copies, but 3 books. So we'll see what we get. I know some of you that know me and know me well are thinking, yeah, just what you need. More books. Like you have time to read them. Well, no, I don't. I'll admit it, I don't. I don't have time. I didn't have time to really look at them. Once in a while, when I go in the library when I get a magazine in the mail, I might peruse the magazine and then bring it up to the library to put it away. And I kind of look at the books I got, but that's about as far as it gets. But eventually I will retire. When that will be, who the hell knows. This day and age, it's probably going to get later and later. Pretty soon people are going to actually literally be working until they just keel over. But this is a chapbook. Tell you how much it was. Oh, this was actually free. Because this was included with Cemetery Dance. They have a thing they do every year. It's called the Cemetery Dance Collectors Club. And I don't remember exactly how much it was. I want to say it's like $99.99 or like 100 and something. I don't remember right offhand how much it was this last time. But what that does is you basically pay for it, and then you get, there's certain like exclusives that they're going to do through the year, including one signed exclusive hardback book that will never be reprinted. Okay, in other words, when you join the Cemetery Dance Collectors Club, and I know this year and I think last year also, the book that they have planned to be the exclusive for the Collectors Club, normally they plan it, and it might even be another year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years before they actually get it in production and get it printed up. But you're reserved a copy of that, and it's exclusive to that club, which means that book is never going to be out on newsstands. They themselves, once they do their print run, they're done. They're never going to reprint it again. So it makes it really exclusive. this was one of the things, one of the other little perks. And the other thing is, as a member of the Cemetery Dance Collectors Club, every time they go to release something, either through Cemetery Dance or through, I think there's one called like Lonely Press, and there's a couple of other Subterranean. There's a couple of other publishers that they work with, and they occasionally help and sell some of those publishers' books through Cemetery Dance. Anytime they go to drop something or put something up for pre-order, you'll find out about it. You'll get an email about it before the general public. So like even like people that go on and sign up for their newsletter or their mailing list email, you know about it before those people do. And then of course those people know about it before people that are just surfing the web and stumble upon Cemetery Dance. But so that's really cool, because I mean you get literally just a ton of emails about stuff they're bringing out literally every week, and you always normally get also a discount, a percentage off the actual price. So that's a bonus too. But then through the year, they also do other like exclusive, like one-offs, other merchandise, not necessarily books. Sometimes they do T-shirts or decals or hats or whatever. And then as a member of the Collectors Club, you're wise about it before everybody else, and then you get a discounted price on it. And then they also occasionally just throw in other stuff through the year, or you know about it ahead of time. Besides the signed hardback book, occasionally there's something else that you're guaranteed to get an exclusive, and this would be one of those something else. Now that I went through that big long explanation. But yeah, this is a chapbook. As you can see, it's just a very thin, like short story type book. It's only, looks like it's 25 pages. It is by Richard Kismar, who is the editor-in-chief and a very prolific author himself of Cemetery Dance. So he's kind of like the big man behind the Cemetery Dance publications. This is a chapbook that he wrote called The Man Behind the Mask, and it is signed. It says the special signed edition is limited to 1,350 copies. So they only did 1,350 of these, and that's it. There's no more. So, see, now that's something I could probably sit down and read. 25 pages. I can probably knock that out. Maybe I'll do that later tonight. Alright. Now let's dive into the big box. See what books we got in here. You know, there's so many things I've ordered from Cemetery Dance over the years. I'm sure there might even be some books that I haven't ordered from a couple years ago that they haven't actually published yet. But since I pre-ordered it, when they finally publish it, obviously I'll get a copy. But if you're a fan of, especially like Richard Layman, Graham Masterson, Dean Koontz, Stephen King, Tom Piccirilli, I'm trying to think of some of the authors that they've done stuff with. I'll be able to tell you here, a few of them here in a minute, because I'll pull some of these out. Alright, so this was called the Cemetery Dance 2022 Starter Pack. It was only $24.99 with $8.71 shipping. So $33.70 altogether, which isn't bad when you figure in what you get. Alright, and these are like normal, like big size. These aren't like chapbooks or anything. These are regular big size hardback books. Alright, how in the hell does this thing open? Alright, well, I guess we'll just rip it open because I don't see an actual opening. Alright, first. Now, it's possible that I might actually have these books already. I'll have to look and find out. Because we all know me, right? I'm not going to remember right offhand. Alright, this is called Flight or Fright, 17 Turbulent Tales. Edited by Stephen King and Bev Vincent. And it is the trade hardcover edition. So yeah, no signature or anything, just trade hardcover. But this alone is $27.95. Okay, so literally this one book is essentially what I paid for, minus the shipping. Basically what I paid for the whole box in just this one book. Number 2. Oh, this is okay, this is like a paperback. It's a more substantial paperback though. I like how it's got kind of, I mean, it's got kind of like the dust flaps, but it's actually like included. It doesn't have like a separate cover. This is called The Long Way Home. Stories by New York Times best-selling author Richard Kismar. So this is another one of his books. And it looks like it's a bunch of short stories. So, all right. And number 3. I actually think I bought this one, but I think I bought the signed copy. So obviously, if I already have it signed, then I won't need to keep another, unsigned copy of it. But yeah, this trade hardcover is $26. How much was this one? Did it say? Right, this one was $19.95. Or no, is that what it says? Yeah. Actually, say $20. What did I say this one was? 27? Yeah, so there's $27.95, say $28, $20, that's 48. And this one is 26. So you're looking at what, 68, 70, $74 for 30. It's basically doubled up on value of what you paid. That's including the shipping cost. But this is one called Cardinal Black by Robert Mccammon. I don't think I've actually read any of his stuff. There's a lot of the authors through Cemetery Dance that I have read. A lot of these authors I actually found out about prior to Cemetery Dance. I knew them because there used to be it might still be around, I don't know, but it was called the Horror, or like Leisure Horror Book Club or something like that. But it was like each month, I want to say it was like $20 or something like that, and each month you got 3 paperback books, and you could choose that. I think they had like the horror one, and they had just like the straight like mystery or suspense one. I always got the horror one, but like some of the authors I mentioned, in particular Richard Layman, that was God rest his soul. He passed a number of years ago, but yeah, that's where I first read one of his books and fell in love with him as an author immediately. And I've since gone on to buy a number of his books. And if you're a big fan of like Stephen King, Dean Koontz, but you want to go even a little bit darker, then I would check out Richard Layman. But yeah, this is one I have not read this author yet, so I'll eventually. I mean, I will look forward to getting around to reading this. But I mean, as you can see, I mean these are good size hardback books. I mean, this one is 462 pages. So yeah. Well, there you go. That's it. I know the video is a little bit long. I apologize if you're still watching. Hey, I appreciate it. Hope you found something you're interested in. Check out all the links below. Again, for E1 Heavy and Enterprise Earth and Downright Merchandise. And of course, Cemetery Dance. And, you know, if you're into horror, you can't go wrong with Cemetery Dance. That's it, everybody. As always, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm. You know, we're that time of year. I feel for the people up, I think I saw earlier today, what was it? Actually, in Ohio. I can't pronounce it. It's like is it Ashtabula or something like that? Up by Cleveland, like east of Cleveland. I saw a thing on the news earlier today where they got like 28 inches of snow. Is that right? Yeah, screw that. I mean, I don't mind a little snow. And I've always said, you know, if we're going to have snow, I want to have at least enough to where it's interesting. Or when you're out driving it, at least you actually have something to, like, kind of sink in and still grip. Because, you know, when you just get that little bit of snow on pavement, you can't, that's when you slide so much. But if you actually have some packed snow, your tires can still kind of, as long as you don't try to gun it, you know, slow and steady wins the race, right? When you're trying to go through snow. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, holy crap. Could not believe that. I couldn't even imagine what 28 inches of snow looks like. So for anybody up in that area, or if you're in other parts of the country that have gotten a crap ton of snow, by all means, please, you know, stay warm and stay safe. You know, don't go out in that crap unless you have to. Look out for yourself and those around you. I think that goes without saying, especially if you're driving around in snow. That's it. Hey, everybody, take it easy. See ya.